Be prepared. We're about to witness something irreversible, something that history will remember. Humanity hasn't faced anything like this in over a century, and this time, no one is truly ready for it. Most people didn't see this coming. In fact, they won't even realize it's happening until it's already changed them. Today, Neptune is officially leaving Pisces for the first time since 1861. Let that sink in for a moment. 1861. Think about what the world was like back then. No internet, no smartphones, no global interconnectedness as we know it. The last time Neptune danced in Aries, the very fabric of human civilization was fundamentally different. We were on the cusp of massive industrial and societal transformations, and now here we are again, standing on the edge of another uncharted territory. Now, many people are talking about this Neptune shift, and that's fantastic. Awareness is the first step, but I'm here to tell you there's a crucial piece missing from most of these conversations. A vital understanding that once you grasp it, will completely revolutionize how you navigate this powerful new era. This isn't just about some subtle energetic tweak. This is about a fundamental shift in how we experience reality, how we interact with each other, and how we manifest our desires into the world. For the past 14 years, Neptune has been swimming in Pisces, its home sign. Imagine a vast, misty ocean where boundaries blur, emotions run deep, and the spiritual realm feels incredibly close. This was Neptune in Pisces, a time of heightened sensitivity, compassion, and a yearning for something beyond the material world. We explored the depths of our emotions. We dissolved old structures, and we sought solace in spiritual practices and escapism. It was a time of dreams, sometimes beautiful, sometimes confusing, often elusive. But now the tide has turned. Neptune has stepped into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, the sign of initiation, action, and raw, unfiltered energy. Aries is fire, pure and untamed. It's the spark of life, the impulse to act, the courage to leap into the unknown. And when you combine the dreamy, mystical essence of Neptune with the assertive, pioneering spirit of Aries, well, my friends, you get something truly explosive. This shift isn't going to be gentle. Forget subtle whispers from the cosmos. This is more like a cosmic wake-up call, a jolt to the system. You won't necessarily get a detailed memo about what's changing. Instead, you'll feel it in your gut, in your instincts, in the very way your body responds to the world around you. It's that feeling of waking up just moments before your alarm goes off. That's your inner compass, your intuition, already tuning in to this new frequency. And speaking of waking up just before your alarm, has that been happening to you lately? Seriously, think about it. Drop another comment below if you've experienced this uncanny timing. Because it's not random. It's a direct sign that your subconscious is already aligning with this accelerated, Aries-driven energy. Your spirit is literally getting ahead of the clock, preparing you for the energetic shifts even before your conscious mind catches up. Now here's the missing piece, the secret ingredient that most people are overlooking. This Neptune in Aries transit isn't just about energy, it's profoundly about action. It's about movement. It's about how we, as individuals and as a collective, behave. You're going to see this shift reflected in people's body language, in their tone of voice, in the speed at which they move, and yes, even in how quickly they might lose their cool. Have you noticed it already? Look around you, observe the interactions you witness. even the news you consume. This energetic shift is already subtly coloring our reality, and it's only going to become more pronounced. For those of you who are spiritually attuned, you've likely been feeling this building pressure, this sense of urgency for days, maybe even weeks. You've sensed the subtle change in the atmosphere, the cosmic air crackling with new potential. Consider this, your activation, your spiritual upgrade. The way you navigate life from this moment forward will be irrevocably transformed. And if you think this is just about astrology, prepare to have your mind blown, because we are about to go even deeper. Have you ever had that experience where someone's actions felt like a message? A stranger suddenly stopping in their tracks, a friend fidgeting nervously, someone rushing past you with an almost frantic energy? Well, buckle up, because these moments of symbolic movement are about to become much more frequent and much more significant. Neptune, in its essence, is the planet of symbols, dreams, and hidden meanings. But now, in Aries, the sign of motion, impulse, and action, these symbolic meanings are going to be expressed through, you guessed it, movement. The way people move, the way they carry themselves, is becoming a new form of spiritual language. You'll start noticing details you never paid attention to before. A hesitation before crossing the street might feel like a premonition. Someone stumbling could register as an omen. Your subconscious mind will begin to translate body language directly into raw, unfiltered energy. Suddenly, things that seemed random before will feel deeply meaningful, charged with significance. Every movement becomes a vibration, every action a frequency. And if you tune in, if you pay attention with your senses wide open, the world will start speaking to you through motion itself. You might even find yourself moving differently, walking with more purpose, feeling an inexplicable pull in certain directions, stopping at places without consciously knowing why. Your own body will become part of this cosmic conversation, a conduit for these new energies. Take a moment right now. Close your eyes, if you can safely do so, and just sense into your body. Do you feel any subtle shifts in your own movement, in your energy levels, in your impulses? Again, share in the comments what you're experiencing. This is a collective journey, and your insights are valuable. And this is just the starting point, because this Neptune in Aries shift is designed to make you feel, in a very real sense, reborn. Aries is the first sign, the spark of creation, the cosmic newborn bursting onto the scene. And Neptune is igniting that very spark within you. Don't be surprised if you wake up one day soon and feel like a fundamentally different person, as if you've hit a spiritual reset button. That's the transformative power of Neptune in Aries at work. For 14 years, Neptune in Pisces was about dissolving boundaries, surrendering to the unknown, and diving deep into the emotional waters. But now, it's on fire. It's raw, unfiltered passion, a primal hunger for something new. It's restlessness, a rebellious spirit, and a burning desire to break free from anything that confines you. You might find yourself feeling more impulsive, more willing to take risks, more vibrantly alive than you have in years. But here's the crucial nuance, the wisdom woven into this fiery energy. This isn't just reckless, youthful abandon. It's Aries' spark, tempered by Neptune's profound wisdom. It's like the energy of a teenager with the soul of an ancient sage. If you learn to channel this potent combination, it's like unlocking the secret to spiritual reverse aging. Think of fire in the hands of a master magician. It can rage uncontrollably, causing destruction, or it can be skillfully directed to forge something truly legendary. You are not losing yourself in this process. You are, in the deepest sense, waking up to your true potential. For years, under Neptune in Pisces, many of us became prone to overthinking, overfeeling, and even drowning in emotions that weren't even truly our own. The boundaries between dreams and reality became blurred, and we often absorbed the energy of everyone around us like sponges. But now, that fog is lifting, the mist is clearing, and what's left in its wake? Raw, unfiltered instinct, a clarity of purpose, and a newfound sense of self-possession. Lately, you might have noticed a subtle shift in your emotional landscape. Perhaps you're feeling detached, like you just don't care about the things that used to consume you. The petty dramas, the endless cycles of worry, the opinions of others, they just don't land with the same impact anymore. The emotional weight you've been carrying, it's starting to feel lighter, as if it's slipping through your fingers. And guess what? This isn't a negative thing. This isn't numbness or apathy. This is freedom. The chains of over-attachment, the burdens of emotional entanglement are breaking because, in truth, they were never truly yours to carry in the first place. For too long, Neptune in Pisces could make us feel everything so intensely that it became paralyzing. But Neptune in Aries? It simply doesn't have time for that. It's making you spiritually bulletproof. That heavy cloud of self-doubt, it's burning away. That old cycle of waiting, hoping, feeling lost, it's dissolving. But here's a crucial point that often goes unmentioned. No one really tells you what this shift feels like in your everyday experience. It's not accompanied by fireworks or grand pronouncements. There's no dramatic revelation with flashing lights and trumpets. It often happens quietly, subtly, almost imperceptibly, like a switch flipping deep within your soul. One day, you simply wake up and realize you're just not willing to carry the same old burdens anymore. The overthinking that used to keep you tossing and turning at night, it now feels exhausting, unnecessary, and frankly, not even yours. The things you used to stress over, they just don't seem to matter quite as much. And at first, this might feel unsettling, even a little guilty, like you should care, but you simply don't. But in that space, in that newfound detachment, you discover something profound. For perhaps the first time in a long time, you're feeling what's actually yours, your authentic emotions, your true priorities, and not just the emotional baggage the world has been unconsciously dumping on you. And this, my friends, is where your true power begins to return. It's not that you don't care at all, it's that you finally understand, on a deep, visceral level, what is truly worthy of your precious energy. And once that realization takes root, everything in your life starts to shift, because the way you manifest your future, the way you create your reality, is about to undergo a radical transformation. Manifestation under Neptune in Aries isn't just about passive belief anymore. It's about dynamic movement. For the past 14 years of Neptune in Pisces, we were taught to surrender, to flow, to trust, and to wait. It was all about patience, dreaming big, and allowing the universe to unfold in its own divine timing. And that approach had its place. It served its purpose. But now, that strategy is, in essence, outdated. If you try to manifest your desires the way you used to, you're likely to feel stuck, frustrated, left behind, like something fundamentally isn't working anymore. And that's because it's not. This isn't the era of passive attraction, of vision boards, and gentle affirmations anymore. This is the era of bold, conscious creation. The vision board is, metaphorically speaking, gone. The battlefield The arena of active engagement is here, and your dreams won't simply drift towards you on gentle currents. You have to actively, courageously go to them. Neptune in Aries doesn't whisper sweet nothings in your ear. It doesn't patiently wait for divine timing to align. It commands. It strikes with intention. It essentially forces the universe to respond to your bold, decisive actions. Before, you were taught to trust the process. Now, under Neptune in Aries, you are the process. You are the driving force, the initiator, the one who sets the momentum in motion. This shift is going to feel different, almost unnatural at first, especially if you've been accustomed to a more passive, receptive approach to life. You might notice that things that once flowed effortlessly are now encountering resistance, hitting walls. The old method of simply setting an intention and trusting it will magically materialize. It won't be enough anymore. Instead, you're likely to feel a new kind of pressure building inside you, like a fire igniting in your chest, urging you to move, to act, to initiate. That's Neptune in Aries speaking to you. It doesn't want you to sit back and wait for divine timing. It wants you to become divine timing itself. You'll start to feel this in your body, in a restless energy, long before your mind even fully comprehends what's happening. An urge to take risks you never would have considered before. A hunger for action that feels bigger than logic, more primal than reason. And here's the incredible, almost unbelievable part. When you listen to that inner fire, when you heed that call to action, something truly extraordinary happens. Reality itself will start to bend to meet you. Not because you passively sat still and trusted, but because you lit the match, you set the course with intention, and you refuse to let the universe ignore your empowered, active presence. This is manifestation at full volume. Manifestation with a fiery Aries edge. This is what it looks like when energy isn't just gently flowing. It's actively forging, shaping, and transforming reality in real time. Because here's the unvarnished truth. This Neptune in Aries transit marks the most potent era for conscious manifestation in over 150 years. But it won't be gentle. It won't be soft. You don't just passively align with your destiny anymore. You boldly claim it. You actively take it. You consciously become it. And if you fully embrace this dynamic, assertive energy, everything you've been patiently waiting for, everything you've been hoping for, will suddenly start chasing you. Remember earlier when I asked if you've been waking up right before your alarm? Well, there's a profound spiritual reason for that, and it's not just a quirky productivity hack. It's spiritual precision in action. For years under Neptune in Pisces, the lines between wakefulness and dreams were intentionally blurred. Sleep felt like an escape, a dissolving into the unseen realms, a necessary retreat from the intensity of the waking world. But now, Neptune is in Aries. And Aries? It doesn't wait. It doesn't linger in the liminal spaces. It doesn't drift in the mists of dreams. Lately, you might have noticed this subtly strange phenomenon. Waking up just seconds before your alarm. Not 5 minutes early, not an hour, but literally right before the exact moment it's set to go off. That's not an accident. That's your spirit taking the reins, asserting its presence in your waking reality. Neptune governs sleep and the subconscious. Aries governs instinct and initiation. The result of this powerful combination? Your subconscious is syncing with something deeper, something sharper, something profoundly attuned to the rhythms of the cosmos. It's not just about time anymore. It's about impeccable timing. The moment your body instinctively decides to awaken, before the external world tries to jolt you out of your rest with an artificial alarm, that's your soul powerfully demonstrating that it's already ahead of the clock, anticipating the flow of energy and opportunity. Will this happen every single time you set an alarm? Perhaps not. But for many people, especially in this initial phase of the Neptune in Aries transit, it's going to feel remarkably uncanny, like something unseen is beating the clock on your behalf, because your soul is no longer just passively following time. It's actively moving ahead of it, anticipating and shaping your reality. Think about your own mornings. Has this been happening to you? Have you noticed this strange, almost magical timing? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's see how many of us are already experiencing this subtle yet profound shift. And it's not just about timing, it's also about heightened perception. You're not just hearing words anymore, you're hearing intentions. It starts subtly. A casual conversation, a seemingly normal sentence. But suddenly, something hits you. Not just the surface meaning of the words themselves, but the raw, unfiltered energy underneath them. It's like there's another, deeper conversation happening just beneath the surface of the one you're actually having. And almost without consciously trying, you just know. Neptune in Pisces made us deeply feel things, but it also often blurred the edges of those emotions, making them diffuse and sometimes difficult to decipher. It was easy to get lost in illusions, half-truths, and the comforting ambiguity of not knowing too much, of staying in the fog of uncertainty. But Neptune in Aries, that era of comfortable ambiguity, is over. There's no veil anymore. There's no comforting fog to hide behind. There's only what's actually energetically there. And now, conversations will start to feel fundamentally different. Someone speaks, and you don't just passively process the words, you intuitively absorb the deeper meaning, the unspoken intentions, the raw energy behind them. And sometimes, what you perceive energetically is nothing like what they actually said with their words. It's as if their voice is saying one thing, but their energetic vibration is telling you a completely different story, revealing the unvarnished truth. You'll start to catch fleeting moments where you can feel someone's hesitation even before they verbally express it. You'll sense underlying frustration simmering beneath a perfectly polite sentence. You'll hear someone say, "I don't care," and yet every fiber of your being will scream that they care more than anything. It's not just intuition in the traditional sense, it's energetic decoding, a heightened sensitivity to the unspoken language of intention. This Neptune in Aries shift is breaking down the old, superficial modes of communication. It's making masks harder to wear, facades more difficult to maintain. The words people don't say are about to become louder and more impactful than the ones they do. And at first, this might feel overwhelming. How do you even respond when you're hearing, sensing, and understanding something that was never actually verbally spoken? That's the raw, potent power of Neptune in Aries. It's not here to keep things comfortable or superficially polite. It's here to make things undeniably clear, to strip away the layers of illusion and reveal the energetic truth beneath the surface. And the deeper we journey into this Neptune in Aries transit, the more impossible it will become to ignore what's really being said, what's truly being communicated beneath the surface level of words. The era of coasting, of complacent acceptance, is definitely over. You might have tolerated misaligned jobs, relationships, routines in the past, even when your soul whispered, "Something's off here." But now, you simply can't fake it anymore. The energetic dissonance becomes too jarring, too unbearable. Neptune's shift into Aries is a spiritual ignition, a cosmic fire starter. It's burning away the half-truths, the masks, the distractions, the things that no longer resonate with your authentic self. What once felt fine, okay, or good enough now feels unbearable. Your soul isn't quietly whispering anymore. It's loudly, persistently, and restlessly declaring, "I am done waiting. I am ready for something real." This shift isn't gentle. It's not politely asking for your permission to transform your life. It's actively, powerfully pushing you out of the old, stagnant patterns and directly into the purifying fire of something authentic, something real, something that truly aligns with your soul's deepest calling. You're not falling apart, beautiful souls. You are, in fact, breaking out. And the only question that truly remains, the only question that ultimately matters, is this: are you finally, truly going to listen to the insistent, unwavering voice of your own soul? If you've journeyed with me this far, if you're still watching and absorbing these powerful insights, then from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your willingness to explore these profound truths. If this content has resonated with you, if it's sparked something within you, then please take a moment right now and click that subscribe button. Join the Inner Secrets community, and let's continue to unravel these cosmic mysteries together. Your support truly means the world and allows me to keep bringing you this kind of in-depth, transformative content. And don't forget to share your thoughts, your experiences, your aha moments in the comments below. Let's create a vibrant, supportive space for exploration and growth. Until our next cosmic conversation, take incredibly good care of yourselves, beautiful souls, and remember to subscribe to the Inner Secrets for even more empowering guidance as we navigate this extraordinary new era. The cosmos is calling. Are you ready to answer?